Charlie Parker never stopped, so I couldn't never catch on. So we put a band together called Soul Enterprise. Soul Enterprise was a real funk band, but we was missing one element until we were exposed to a group called the Ocean Liners. These cats were dancing, they was playing, they was singing, and that was the one element that we were missing. We wasn't a show band. We had a show singing group, but we never thought about putting it to a band. So that way, after we saw the Ocean Liners, we kind of cranked everything up a couple of notches, because the movement on stage and what they were doing, it was really exciting. So therefore, we added that element to our group. Like I said, it was called the Soul Enterprise at that particular time. And it all started from there. Oh man, I'm gonna tell you like it was. We weren't the greatest musicians, but we sure enough had a show. And so we became one of the premier bands in the area. Of course, you know, we always excelled because we were never satisfied with being at just one spot. So after that, Brother Carl Knighton and Edmund Baker, they had a band. They stayed down the street. Carl Knighton went with the Drifters after he left the Soul Movers, and one time they needed a bass player, and so they sent for this brother Laurice Bird that we had playing bass, also sang with us with the Enchanters. After a while, the guitar player in the group, the Drifters, left, and Bird could also play guitar, so Bird sent for my brother Stan to play bass. Okay, and so the Drifters needed a sax player, so they called me. I started playing sax with them. Played with them for a couple of years until the gas shortage came about. Man, that was it for the road for me, my brother. So, cause we couldn't get no gas. We were stuck in the mountains. One Saturday night, coming from a gig, we all moved back to West Palm Beach, Florida. Eddie Cornelius came through, a group out of Hollywood, Hollandale, Florida, Miami area. And they wanted a band, so we went with them for a couple of days. He said, man, I don't think I can use the group. I said, okay, we cool with that. We went back. Eventually he called me back. I started playing. Played saxophone for a minute, a couple of years. And then they needed a singer, a background singer, so I started singing background with them for a couple of more years. And I was having a good time, and my son was born, so I got off the road for 8 years. I said, well, that's it. So I wasn't there when my daughter was born. I'm gonna be here when my son, I need to get him up to a certain point where he knows some discipline and he know who I am. So I got off the road. It was 8 years to raise him to that point. Then I got back with Eddie Cornelius, and that's where that fun all started. Singing, I was a background singer, the band leader, band director, choreographer for the group. And we had a good time. I did that, and I was with him for about 11 years, a total of 11 years. Moved back to West Palm Beach, Florida in, I think 86. Moved back in 86, and I said, well, I'm gonna chill out for a while. I went to school and got me some formal training in mental illness and mental retardation. Did that a couple of years, and I thought I wanted to do that, but nah, I still wanted to play. So I went, you know, I was going to school. They gave me a loan, and I couldn't pay it back. I told them I'm gonna have to drop out because I couldn't come up with the rest of the money. So they found out a way to give me a loan, and the money, a grant, and the money that I paid, you know, they gave it back to me. And that was a big mistake, man. They gave me the money back, and which, you know, they gave me a check for $3,000, and that was it for me. I went and bought a keyboard and a drum machine and a case of Budweiser. I haven't seen the school since. But I put a jazz band together around 89. So the jazz band was called El Willie. That's where the name El Willie come from. And We were doing good, man. I had forecasts, and we did a good job, and one female vocalist. And when we started making money, everybody wanted to get high. They wanted to smoke crack, except for the female vocalist and the drummer, my partner Rick Bazzari. And we went to pick up the keyboard player and the bass player. They were hiding in they thought they were hiding, they was in the room. This is funny, man. They were peeping out of the curtain, but they thought they just were peeping out of the curtain. They had the whole curtain open. You could see the whole head, and they looked like they was trying to peep. And we looking right at them, the head just all in the window. You can't miss it because it's like it's wide open. And they just peeping, we knocking on the door. And they still people, man, come on out, we gotta go play. We looking right at you. And they just still peeping around the corner, so we left them. Went to the club. Drummer and myself and the female vocalist told them we wasn't gonna do the gig, but me and the drummer tried to play the gig. Club owner said, "Al, I appreciate what you're doing, that ain't gonna work." So I said, okay, no problem. I'm gonna put me a one-man band together. My brother said, man, ain't nobody gonna pay to see no one-man band. I figured out real quick, I didn't know how to play no keyboard. I can't sequence these songs. I don't have a clue about what I'm doing. But I told the man I'd be ready in 6 months. All right, I started learning how to sequence, started doing this, started doing it, and I got pretty good at it. So I sent for a partner of mine, a drummer, Charles Crawford. He was in Macon, Georgia, playing with the Black Exotics. He was hanging out with Larry Blackman and the Cameo crew, because as a matter of fact, his partner, Mike, played a bass with Cameo, Mike Burnett. And after a while, Crawford played a little while with him. So Crawford said, yeah, I come play with you, man. And when he got there, we opened this club. The guy gave us like a couple of months to get ready to open the club. I made pretty good money. I was making $1,000 a week, and that's what I was making. I was paying Crawford, I think, like $200, $250, and I was paying for him somewhere to stay. And we did good, man, for 6 or 7 months. But everybody said, don't nobody want to see ain't nobody gonna pay to see a one-man band. So everybody thought I was crazy. But I was the only one making money. So they found out that theory about nobody wanted to see a one-man band was not true, put it like that. So I did that for a while, but then I said, I want to really put this one-man band thing to the test. I got to go where the big boys play. So I struck out and went to Atlanta, Georgia, in '93. Put the one-man band to the test. Lo and behold, I was taking a whole lot of cats' gigs, because I was playing saxophone, singing, and not really playing keyboards, but I put the stuff together. And that's when I learned, man, people can appreciate, as long as it sounds good, and like the record, they love it, They love that. And so that's what was going on. You pick the right songs and you play it as well as you can without too much improvisation. Maybe on the end a little bit, you bend it and you curve it, and you can make a living doing it. And also when you go to different venues, like I was playing at this supper club, and I had a couple of good songs. But then when people start coming up requesting certain types of songs, you learn them, and then your repertoire is outrageous. So you're pretty well prepared to do anything you want to do as far as playing. So after a while, I moved back. I think I got hurt in 2000. Moved back to West Palm Beach, Florida. I came back to Florida for a while, and I ran into this cat, Theodis Ely. This cat said, well, I want to do a sequence show. I said, yeah, right. So I went. He was serious. And he said he had this song he had been rolling around in his head. He had introduced it to a couple of people. He had a scenario for the song. He was telling me about this old lady and what she said. And I took it from there. Stayed in the hotel for a couple of months and put it together and and it all started out pretty good. And that's basically what's happening. And in 2005, I decided to put my own thing out, do my own thing, and that's what I did. So that all that led up to this. The name of this CD here is Up Close and Personal. It was supposed to be 5 or 6 different artists there, but I had one particular artist I was going to try to do something special for, but it just didn't work out. So the name of the CD is Up Close and Personal, and I hope you enjoy it. So after the things didn't work out the way it's supposed to, I just put some songs together that I particularly liked myself. So basically, I hope you like it and enjoy. You figured them?